Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. My name is Julianne. I'm a Canadian and I've been living in Germany for just over 4 years now. During that time, I have done a lot. I've been pretty busy. So I've gotten my Aufenthaltstitel, which is a residency card, and recently, this last spring, I got my Niederlassungserlaubnis, which is a permanent residency. And that's what this video is all about. So if you're interested and you want to support me, then consider subscribing to my channel. Completely free to do so. But if you would like to support me more directly, I will leave a link in the description of this video to buy me a coffee. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've wrote out all of my notes, everything that you need to know before you get your Niederlassungserlaubnis, all of the documents that you need to get, all of the things that you need to know kind of before going into it, because it is a long process just to get all the documents ready before you make your application. So there are 10 things that you need for your Niederlassungserlaubnis, and I'll read those off now. So you need 1. Proof of compliance with passport and visa requirements. Basically, you just need a valid passport. Number 2, proof of secure livelihood. For this, you just need to prove that you have an income and it's enough to live off of for you and any other family members that are connected to you. Number 3, proof that there's no interest in deportation against you. I'm pretty sure that this is just connected with a criminal record check. So you can get a criminal record check at, I believe you can get it at your town hall. And if you're from a different state in Germany, for example, I'm in Baden-Württemberg, so you could go to the town hall and ask them where to get it. Then if it's different in your state, they would direct you in which other government building you need to go to. Number 4, proof that you do not endanger the interests of the Federal Republic of Germany. For this is like a box that you check off when you're filling out the form. Number 5, proof of no criminal record. So again, this is just a criminal record check. Number 6, proof that you have held a residency permit for 5 years. You may have noticed in the beginning of this video that I said I've been living in Germany for 4 years, and I'll get to why I was able to do it differently at the end. Number 7, proof of paid pension insurance contributions or payments to a comparable pension institution for 60 months or 5 years. And again, I'll get into why I didn't have to do that at the end of the video. Number 8, proof that you are allowed to work and have the necessary permits. So for this, you just need your Aufenthaltstitel or residency card, because if you have your residency card, then you're able to work. Number 9, proof of sufficient knowledge of German, as well as basic knowledge of the German legal and social system. So for this, you actually need to write your exams. You need a B1 exam, and you need to obviously pass it. And you also need to pass the Einbürgerungstest, which is actually the same as the citizenship test, but they use the test for both of them. So if you're getting your permanent residency now and you take this test and pass it, you can also use those test results later if you want to get an actual German citizenship. And number 10, proof of sufficient living space for you and your family. So for this, you just need to prove that you have a home, and that can be by taking in your rental contract or any document just proving that you live somewhere. So that list is a little bit confusing because some things go together with some documents, some other things it's not related to a document, and you just have to like check off a box when you're filling out the form. So I put together another list of the actual documents that you need. These are the things that you need to prepare and gather before you go to the office to fill out the form. And there's 8 things. So number 1, you need your Einbürgerungstest. As I said, that's the same as the citizenship test. There are different places where you can register and write this exam. I did it at VHS, which is kind of like a college-like thing, but it's Germany-wide. So if you look up VHS and then whatever city you're in, then you can go to their website or just go to their office and register yourself for the citizenship test or residency test. And for this test, I would definitely say it's important to practice before you go and write it. There's 33 questions on the test, and I think there's over 200 possible questions. And then out of these 33 random questions that they actually put on your test, you need to get at least 17 correct. Fortunately, you can find lots of practice exams online, so that's what I did. So for the month before my exam, I would just do practice tests maybe once a day, and then the exam was a lot easier. I had no stress about it whatsoever, so I would definitely recommend you to practice for the test before you go and write it. The second thing that you need is your Aufenthaltstitel or residency card. So for your residency card, this is usually something that you work towards in your first 3 months of living in Germany. When you first come to Germany, there is a 90-day period where you have like a special type of visa. I think it's like a visitor's visa or something. And so during these 90 days, you need to get all of your paperwork in order for your residency. So you need to write a German A1 exam, which is really easy. You need to have somewhere to live. You need to have your health insurance. I won't go over the details of the Aufenthaltstitel in this video, but if you're applying for your permanent residency, you would have already have done this when you first came to Germany. So basically you just need a valid residency card, Aufenthaltstitel. The next thing that you need for your Niederlassungserlaubnis is a German B1 exam. So again, there's different schools where you can learn German, or you don't even have to go to a school to learn German, although I would recommend it because it's a very difficult language. So for me personally, I did all of my classes through VHS in my city, and I also did the exam through the VHS. And I would definitely consider this exam to be the most time-consuming document out of everything that you need for the Niederlassungserlaubnis, because you need to learn the language, you need to prepare for the exam, and then you need to pass the exam. So if you're looking into your Niederlassungserlaubnis and you don't have B1 German yet, then definitely put your focus on that, because that can take some time. The next thing that you need, as I said before, is a criminal record check. So for that, I believe that you can just go to your local Rathaus to apply for a criminal record check. Number 5, you need a valid health insurance. Health insurance you need no matter what when you're in Germany, especially if you already have your normal residency, then you would already have health insurance as long as you just continue it. So you just need to bring proof that you still have valid health insurance. The 6th document that you need to take with you is a rental contract, or just a document proving that you have a place of residency or that you just live somewhere. Number 7, you just need a valid passport from whichever country you're coming from. And number 8, the last thing that you need is a biometric photo, which is a fancy word for just a passport photo. If you're in Germany at this time, you can just go to DM and they'll take pictures for you. And they make sure that it's like passport valid. And I think it costs somewhere between 5 and 10 euros to get the pictures. Something really easy to do, but you definitely need to have it with you when you go to apply. So those are all of the actual documents that you need to bring with you. Now let's talk about the process of how to actually make those documents into a Niederlassungserlaubnis. You'll need to go to your local Ausländeramt. I'll write it on the screen in German so you know what to search in Google. And then basically when you're there, you just want to say that you're applying for your Niederlassungserlaubnis, and they will handle it from there. They'll give you a form to fill out. On this form, you'll need to check some boxes. You'll need to give them all of your documents. And another thing just to be aware of is that you do need to pay when you're making this application. So the general application fee is 113 euros, I believe, at least in my state it is. And then the cost actually changes depending on your work. So if you're self-sufficient for work, then I think you're paying 20 euros more or something. And then I believe if you're already working in a profession, then you're going to pay another 10 euros or so on top of that. I'll put it on the screen here so you can see the cost. At least that's what's in Baden-Württemberg. I don't know if that's Germany-wide. So those are the basics for getting your Niederlassungserlaubnis. Now, remember in the beginning of the video, I said that I have been living in Germany for 4 years. And when I actually got my permanent residency, it was before that 4th year of time that I had been living here. So let me explain to you how I got my permanent residency card within 3 years of living in Germany. So there's a few things from this list which you don't have to do by yourself. If you are living with a family member who is a German citizen, then they can take on some of these things for you because your family members or your partners, and so you're joined together in that. So for me, I moved to Germany right after marrying my husband, who is a German citizen. Therefore, things like proof of secure livelihood, where you have to prove that you're earning enough money to live off of, that was then taken up by him because I haven't had an income since living here, but he has, and so we were able to join together in that because we're a family, and I was able to use our shared income for getting the permanent residency. The other thing we were able to do shared was proof of paid pension contributions, which means you're paying into a Renteversicherung. And because he had been doing that for 5 years at the time of me applying, then it was able to be kind of shared between us. So unfortunately, that only does work if you do have a family member that you're living with in Germany who is a German citizen. But hey, if you have that available to you, then you can use it to your advantage. I mean, I definitely wouldn't recommend getting married to a German just so that you can use their Renteversicherung. But if you already are married to a German, or if you're living with some German family members, then you could consider that. So thank you again for watching my video. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them all in the comments below. And if you would like to support me and this channel, then definitely consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and consider directly supporting me through Buy Me a Coffee, which is in the link below. I hope you guys have good luck getting your permanent residencies, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!